friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DiyDreaming, and on this video tutorial we're going to make some adorable striped bead canvases for spring and summer. I'm using some canvases that I got at my Dollar Tree Plus. It was a set of 3 of them for $5, but you can use any kind of stretch canvas you like, or you could do this project on a board. So as you're hopping on, say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. Feel free to sprinkle, feel free to ask questions, all that normal jazz. Okay, so the first thing I want to tell you is that there's tons of different options for how you want to decorate your canvas. I did 2 different things. This is the first one, and I did this before I came live because I think watching me paint and pull up sticky tape is boring. Anyways, I just used some blue painter's tape. And on this one, I essentially did the width of the tape, you know, and then the whole top part yellow. Okay, and this is inexpensive apple barrel yellow paint. Okay, nothing special. I didn't even use a good brush, and this is just one coat. So this is one of the canvases we'll be working on. This is the other one. And I can't decide which way it should go or if it should go this way. I think it's going to go like this. So this is 16 inches from top to bottom and side to side. And so I just measured every 4 inches. So 4 inches, 4 inches, 4 inches, 4 inches. And I was just fiddling around. I even painted the back of the canvas. Okay, I literally did this like 40 minutes ago. It does not take long to dry at all. So, to make this fun, we're going to be using 2 adorable bee stencils, and then I'm going to fiddle around with my palette knife, which I haven't used this in a while, but you can create a really, really fun effect, or if you don't feel brave to use a palette knife, and I'm going to show you how easy it is. You could also use one of these chalk paste pens from Magnolia. So let's hop right in. Let's see, which one should we start with? Let's start with the smaller one. All right. This is the stencil. It has this great bee on it, and it says always be kind. All right, and I decided to have this this part here be the top. So I'm going to get out my fuzzing towel, and although I've used this enough times, I don't think I really need to fuzz. But what is fuzzing? Fuzzing is just making these green sticker stencils, from MagnoliaDIY.com, slightly less sticky, so that when you pull them up, you don't pull up your paint, and you don't stretch the stencils. And you can fuzz on a t-shirt, you could fuzz on a pair of jeans, or you could fuzz on something like this. It's actually called a tacky towel, and it's something you can get from Magnolia as well. Okay, so this is going to be super cute. We did some projects here. I'm trying to think when that was. Last spring. I think I gave them all away. I'll have to look. Anyways, we did bright colors that I taped off on canvases, and then we did some stencils, and they were so cute. And that is what I had in mind when I was thinking of this, but I wanted to be using a bee theme. I was at my favorite clothing store the other day, the Loft, and I bought this cute little t-shirt that's yellow and white polka dot, and it's a t-shirt with fluttery sleeves, and the ladies told me there that bees are very in this year, so I think they are too, and so I just wanted to do something with bees. Okay, so these stencils are sticky. They're reusable many, many, many times. They're super easy to work with. We're using chalk paste in plain black, also from MagnoliaDIY.com, but when I'm all finished, when you see how adorable this is, if you want to link, just say link, and I'll get you one to anything, the chalk paste, the pens, or any of the stencils. I'm just gonna give this a little stir. And this stuff lasts forever. Put a blob on there. And I'm using a small cut apart squeegee. And my glasses. Well, hey everyone. Let's see, I see over 200 people on right now. This is not my normal time of the day to go live if you're watching live. Usually I go live way earlier in the day than this, but Wednesdays are my Bible study day, and after I got done with class today, I was so tired that I sat down in this recliner chair that we have in our family room, and I slept for 2 hours in my recliner chair. So I'm making up for lost time. Yeah, it felt great. I'm a little groggy. You know how you feel after you wake up from a nap where you're like just a teeny bit out of it? So if I say or do something a little odd, that is why. All right. I hope this turned out good. We're gonna peel and reveal. Oh my gosh. The detail on this bee, oh my gosh, that's so cute. Okay, I'm throwing my stencil face down over here in this little tub of water. My hands. Oh my goodness. This seriously needs no further decoration, but I want to, so we're going to. Look how adorable that is. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, and look at our bee. Oh, this is an adorable wreath. I love the font, but I want you guys to know that you could do just the wreath, you could do just the leaf part of the wreath, you could do just the bee, you could do just the words, or you can do it all together. So, and that was like a boom boom. This canvas was one of 3. They were all square from Dollar Tree Plus. I know not all of you have Dollar Tree Plus. They're mostly in the South. But anyways, it was 3 for $5. So this canvas was like $1.40. You can get canvases everywhere though. And what I really love about this was that I decided to do a bigger stripe at the top. Okay, let's play with the other one. We'll let that dry for a few minutes. On this one, we're going to use the stencil that I obviously love because look how yucky it looks. I think I'm going to try to remember not to do the crown because I think I just want the bee. Okay, so I get forgetful once I get started on something, and I'm going to put a little piece of blue tape on the top of the crown. This won't hurt my stencil at all. Just as a reminder to myself, don't do the crown. And these stencils, like I said before, they're mesh, they're super detailed, they're adhesive, they're reusable, and when you've used them a lot, the front of them can get stained, but that does not affect how they work. And this is really just the evidence of how much I love that stencil. I mean, it's a great stencil. And in fact, this is something that's hanging up here in my craft room all the time. And this was a project that I made with that same stencil. Isn't it cute? This is like a 3D stuffed canvas big quilting hoop project. Okay. So, so let's get this placed. I do want to tell you one other thing about it. And that is that I went outside I gave them a very quick spray of clear matte sealer after the paint was dry, because when working with stretch canvases, sometimes your stencil doesn't come out as clear. I don't know why, but it's just a fact. And so this seems to help. And this is just a clear spray matte sealer. I feel like my chalk paste could use a little bit of water. I'm using distilled water. And I'm just going to stir it up. I really need to open a new container of it, but these things last so long. Okay, I'm going to put these globs on, but not like right where the stencil design is. I do want to get this off my finger because I don't want to get it on the white parts of my canvas. All right, so same small cut apart squeegee. I'm going to follow my advice and not go over and over and over this. And I'm going to remember not to do that crown. Stencil is wanting to shift just a little bit. Okay. I'm going to peek before I go any further. I have probably used this stencil easy 25 or 30 times. How does our bee look? Did I get all of them? Oh my goodness, this is fabulous. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, I'm throwing this in my little tub as well. And I'm just pushing it under the water. I need to clean off my hands. What I want to tell you about that is, if I was here crafting just by myself, without you guys being here with me, and I was okay to step away, I would take those two stencils after I used them right away out to my sink and spray them off with cool water, and then I'd lay them on the counters sticky side up. I'd do that right away. But since I really can't do that when I'm live, that is why I throw them in a tub of water over here. But as soon as I'm done, before I start even reading your comments, I go clean them and lay them out to dry. You don't want them to soak forever in water because that can affect how sticky they are. And but especially with ink, it's important to get them washed out quickly. Look how cute that is. This one also could be just adorable without adding any more detail to it, just like this one. But I wanna fiddle, so what do you guys think? Look at that enormous bee. And I didn't do the crown up here, but you certainly could. And with this stencil, you could do this whole laurel wreath. You could do just the bee, just the crown, or the whole thing together, or just different parts of it. And you can combine stencils. So if you had some words from another stencil that you wanted to put here, there are just so many possibilities. Okay. So let's fill fiddle around now for a minute with a palette knife. Let me throw these in my tub. I am using a not fancy at all palette knife. I'm using one from Dollar Tree. Let me show you what a real palette knife could look like. They come in a lot of different shapes. And this is what real artists can use. I don't really have the hang of it. So they can look like, you know, any of these. Or even this. Okay? Or they can be much fancier than that. Or they can look like this. And these are Dollar Tree ones. So I like this one the best. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to use this chalk paste that we used for the stencil. And I am going to be doing some edging, which is my favorite thing to do. I mean, that's really the only thing I'm good enough to actually do with a palette knife is an abstract edging. I keep getting this on my fingers thing. So let's see, what are you guys saying? Oh, and you guys stay with me because I want to show you this. It has turned out so cute. I also want to show you the little ones, which I'm not completely done with. And I'll probably do a live tomorrow with that. Okay, so I just put a blob of chalk paste on a paper plate. And with a palette knife, you want to kind of hold it like this. And I'm going to dip this part of my knife into the chalk paste and tap it off a little bit. And then you're just going to let it kind of catch the bumps along the edge. Let me put this down a little bit further. If I can. Okay. You want it to be heavier in some spots than others. I mean, this stencil is so cute. Oh my gosh, you guys. And the ladies at Loft told me that bees are very in right now. So I think you just can't go wrong with bees. I don't like them in real life. Do you guys? I would never be the kind of person that would have a beehive or anything because I'm just way too afraid of any kind of insect. But I love the design of them. I love everything about them as far as design goes. I just don't like them in person. So look how cute that is. Let's see, who was that? That was Jackie Hui. I'm not sure how to say your last name. She says she's hoping I'm having a wonderful day and a wonderful evening. I am. I had Bible study this morning, and then I was pretty tired. So I came home and sat down in my comfy chair with the blanket because I was a little bit chilly, and boom, I was out. 2 hours later, I'm like, oh boy, I really needed that nap. Do you guys ever feel that way? And 2 hours later, I woke up and said, oh no, I was supposed to go live. So I'm much later than normal. And honestly, I think this is good. Sometimes it's hard to stop. This is so cute. I think you could buy this in a store, if I don't say so myself. What do you guys think? Can you see the details on the edges? And you could go further in if you want. I mean, you could do full-on palette knife painting. I'm just not artistic, so I never do anything like that. But love this. Do you, Okay, so let's see. I'm reading this comment. Mary Miller said she was afraid when she saw that I was adding something, but she thinks it looks better with this than it did before. I think it was awesome either way. You know what I think really makes this is this part, how I did every other one, and then I did this top part heavier. Sometimes it's good to not have things be completely balanced or symmetrical. And for those of you that are like me, that I like everything to match, like my eyeglasses today match my little red slippers that I have on. You know, I can be kind of matchy-matchy. Sometimes it's hard for me to not do things symmetrical, but that gives your project some interest, and this turned out adorable. Okay, let's do the other one, and then I'm going to show you these. And let me put these over here so I don't forget. So they're in my line of sight. And I'm still not quite finished with this beach stuff, but I'll probably go live tomorrow and we'll finish these up. And I have some other projects that I want to do. Okay, so if you hopped on late, when I'm all finished, come back and watch the replay of this video, because I tell you everything about where everything's from, how I used it, all that jazz. Now I'm using chalk paste on a paper plate. This is the same chalk paste we did the stencil with, and I'm using a palette knife to do this edging. But I did want to mention this. I'm going to do this with the palette knife. You could also use some of these chalk paste pens. Magnolia has an awesome set of chalk paste pens. And what I love to do when I'm using these is to do a little squiggle, dot, 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 little squiggle, dot, 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 or line, dot, dot, dot. And I'll show you an example. I have one right here. See the edge of these acorns? These were made with chalk paste marker in white. And for this one, I just did line, dot, dot. But you can do squiggle line, dot, 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 squiggle line. You can do a ton of different things. So that is an option too. However, we're going to continue on with the palette knife because I'm having fun. Okay, so the first second when you set it down is nerve-wracking to me. And what this does is it kind of grabs onto the bumps in your surface. Absolutely awesome. Where am I going to put these? Because I have to have these out this summer. So cute. Okay, I got a big blob right there. I'll show you up close in just a second. And it's fine. I'm cool with that. So when this is completely dry, I'll go back outside either tonight or tomorrow and I'll spray this. Another coat of the Clear Matte Sealer. Because I don't intend to ever wash this off of this canvas, obviously. And so cute. And then it would be permanent anyways, but that would just prevent it from getting bumped or smudged a little bit. Super duper duper cute. Okay, here's where I got kind of a little heavy. You see that? But that just adds to the interest, I think. So tell me in the comments which one of these do you like better? I can't decide. I like the design of this one better, but I like the simplicity and the size of this bee and this wreath. They're both super cute, same yellow craft paint, and then I just used blue painter's tape to tape off the places that I didn't want to paint. And yeah, it was, in case you're wondering, you use any yellow that you have, any yellow, acrylic paint, craft paint, chalk paint, whatever you have, any kind of canvas or board that you want, you can create something that looks like this. This is apple barrel and it's yellow. Okay, let me show you these projects from yesterday, and then I'll wrap up. Okay, this is the Every Seashell Tells a Story sign that I made. And first, what I did is I showed you how to make this beachy finish in 3 slightly different colors on one video. And then the next day we went the next step with it and we stenciled it all smushed together, and then I spread them apart, and I did make a mistake on this when I was putting my shims on the back of it to hold it all together, but it's okay. And then I listened to you guys when I asked, what should I do? Should I use the rope? Should I use the blue and cream colored rope from Dollar Tree, or should I use this like white nautical rope? And you guys all said use the white, and several of you said to put the knots on the front. So that is what I did. I drilled a little bit bigger hole than what was there and pushed my rope through it, tied a knot, cut it off. And then yesterday and last night I had a ton of fun drawing bubbles with these pins that are so awesome. And I think they add a lot to it. What do you guys think? Aren't they cute? They're not perfect. I started with smaller bubbles and then I got bigger. And I was kind of thinking about doing a couple more right here, but I haven't gotten that far. So that was the big sign that we did, and that's kind of what it's looking like right now. And then these are the smaller ones. Okay, and I want to show you. A lot of you guys said about this one that the gray blue color that I painted this Dollar Tree shape, and this is a Dollar Tree thing too, kind of blended in with the background. So I thought, well, hey, what if I use my chalk paste marker to just kind of do a little edging around it? And that is exactly what I did. And now it stands out, I think, a lot more. So there's the sand dollar, and these are the perfect size to go in a 2-tiered stand. And they're like $1.40 worth of craft supplies. $1.25 for this piece, and then whatever, $1.25 divided by 6, about 20 cents for the starfish. And so here's the little whale that I was starting to do the same thing on him. Just adding a little bit of this marker around him, and I'll finish that up off camera so that he doesn't blend in. Isn't he cute? So I showed in both of those videos how to create this beachy finish on unfinished wood using paint and a dry brush technique, and then this was the third one. So this is what these look like. What do you guys think? Pretty cute, huh? I still have the mermaid tail to finish up. I'm gonna do something with it. This needs something on it. Haven't gotten that far. But this is all Dollar Tree stuff. And so in the next couple days, we'll be doing stuff like that. anyways, I hope you liked these super easy projects. I mean, super, super, super easy. And if you love bees, or if you just love these projects and you would like a link to go look at my website, and where do I need to go? This way. And check these adorable stencils out, or the chalk paste, or the pins, or anything else. Just say link in the comments and I'll get those for you. I will get, oh, you guys are so nice. I will get pictures close up, and I'll put those here in the comments. I'll also put them over just on my page, DIY Dreaming. So let me know what questions you have. Do a this or this. Say something to me in the comments. Make sure you've liked and followed DIY Dreaming. And then I hope to see you tomorrow for some more craft projects. We'll be working on all this beachy stuff just a little bit more. I think we're gonna maybe use some Mod Podge and some sand to finish this off and spray it. I don't know, we'll see. And then I have other stuff lined up too. So I would love to see you tomorrow here at DIY Dreaming. So make sure that you've liked and followed this page. Improve your odds that Facebook will actually show you what I have going on by doing a this or a this and saying something to me. And let me know if you have any questions, and feel free to sprinkle. All right, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Oh, I hate to hang up right when you guys are doing this and this. I need to remember in the future not to say that at the very end. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow.